2004 and was directed by James Wan. It stars Cary Elwes and Leigh Whannell and is about two men who are trapped in a bathroom under the killer of Jigsaw. I'm here with my guest, Julia, and we're going to be talking about her favorite movie. So, why don't we just start with, why is this your favorite movie?
Because it's the best.
It is a good movie. I mean, do you have any more to say about it?
No. All
right, so there you have it. So this movie's the best. We're gonna give it a 10 out of 10, and thank you for coming to the review. All right, but actually, I mean, I know you love like the gore and stuff like that. So do you have a favorite trap in this movie or a least favorite?
I personally don't think the traps were gory enough for me, but I didn't like the trap where the guy is going through the barbed wire. Because first of all, his lacerations were not deep enough, so he wouldn't have bled out, and like he could have made it through if he had slowed down. But the way that they made it seem like him rushing through it was just so unrealistic.
Yeah, and I don't like the editing of that scene
at
all, how it like speeds it up and it's
and
like
it's
really...
the same with Amanda when she has that thing on her head and then she's just like crazily spinning around. That did not add up to 60 seconds, let me tell you.
Yeah, so you have some plot holes in it. That was not 60 seconds. But I hated how this movie started that trend of just speeding up random shots. Because like through movies through the rest of the 2000s, it just felt like they were trying to recreate that. I mean, Splinter, which I just watched last night, it does the same thing. Just like speeding up shots. So it wasn't a good look. It was never good. Not even for Saw. If you thought that was the best part of Saw, then you suck at watching movies. But
get yourself checked.
Exactly. Alright, but I agree with you. That probably was the worst trap of it. I would say, for me, I think my favorite trap would be the main game, which is in the bathroom. Because Amanda's trap was like, alright. There wasn't like much to it. And even the one with the glass and the candle, there wasn't that much to it.
He could have low-key just punched in random numbers.
He could have. He didn't have to walk around.
He could have, and just not have died.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was on a timer, I'm pretty sure.
So? Wouldn't that have made more sense?
It would have made more sense, but then you don't have that death if you don't have that.
I guess. But the whole point is to, like, get out.
The whole point is to get out, but...
Exactly.
I mean, I think for this movie they wanted to set up the fact of how hard Jigsaw's games were.
But that's where I think they went wrong, is they downplayed it, in my opinion.
Like, where?
Like, it was really easy to get out of the barbed wire. It could have been easy to do the candle one. But, like, I think as you go on, the traps get harder and better, so they should have started it out that way instead of, like, downplaying it.
I think also the fact that this was their first movie, like writing it and directing, that, because when you look back at it, I mean, the traps look a little bit easier, but also the characters don't seem like they did too much wrong to deserve being in the game.
That's true.
I mean, Dr. Gordon really didn't deserve to be in the game. All he did, he was about to cheat on his wife, but he never did. He just went to the room. And also, like, you kind of find out later on, spoilers if you didn't know from before, spoilers, but that with the whole thing of mixing up Jigsaw having cancer, you find out that that was another reason why he was in the game, but we don't know that in the first movie. Yeah. So why is he in the game? He doesn't deserve it. Zepp really doesn't deserve it. I don't think they ever tell you why he's in it.
He's low-key not even relevant, though.
Yeah, but it's weird because he's an important part, you think, and then you find out he's in a game of his own.
Yeah, which makes no sense.
Yeah, and again, he doesn't deserve to be in the game. Like, what did he do?
They never explained that, did they?
No. But also, like, it makes it weirder in the scene where he kidnaps Dr. Gordon's wife and child, and he throws off like some really weird rapey vibes. You know what I'm talking about, with like the gun and like caressing her. Like, why?
Yeah, I get that.
If he's in a game of his own, I would be panicked and be like, okay, I gotta make sure I do this perfectly and not harass this poor woman who's also...
But it's weird that he's in a game of his own that has to do with a different game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that they were necessary, that it was necessary to like have him have his own thing. He might as well have just played into the original one.
Yeah, I agree.
Two separate
Because, like, you find out that he's an orderly, like... Oh, he has a line that in the hospital in that flashback, and I always forget what it is, but I'm always like, that's such a strange line that he says. Oh, is it when he brings up the Jigsaw Killer? I forget. He brings up something really stupid, and I always remember like hating that line and thinking it's terrible, and being like, who is this weirdo? And then it turns out that he's in his game and like trying to kill people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't remember?
I don't remember that. Not at all.
Tina, put in a clip of it.
Extending across the midline, which started as colon cancer. The patient has come in for a standard checkup, by which we are able to monitor the rate at which his condition is declining. The patient had...
His name is John. Dr. Gordon. He's a very interesting person.
Thank you for that information, Zeb. As you can see, our orderlies form very special bonds with the patients.
So what would you say is your favorite part about Saw?
Probably the plot. It's really interesting, keeps you on your toes, unexpected, new, innovative.
It influenced the entire generation of horror after that. I mean, it really was the start, or like one of the starting points of the torture porn subgenre of horror.
The best.
But yeah, the plot is very good. There are a few like little holes with it, but I think for Leigh Whannell's first script that he ever wrote, this was a very good script.
Yeah.
And he almost plugs every hole that he left. And they end up answering the little plot holes in later movies.
Yeah, like with the key in the bathtub, and how you weren't supposed to do that, but Amanda did because she.
Yeah, Amanda.
Hey.
But yeah, no, I definitely agree that is the best part about this movie. And Jigsaw as a killer is so fascinating.
Yeah.
But I hate the fact that they try to pull this whole "I'm not a killer" kind of thing.
If we're being technical, he didn't murder anybody.
He didn't, but...
Just kidnapped and assaulted battery, I guess.
He kidnapped, drugged. This poor old man with cancer is beating the shit out of people, drugging them, and then forcing them to play a game. Like, it's kind of messed up when you think about it.
Oh, high key.
In the second one, he gets the shit kicked out of him by Donnie Wahlberg.
And he still lives.
He still lives. And, well, I won't say when he dies.
I wanna, can we talk about the fact that the entire movie he was laying down, not breathing, no issue, and then all of a sudden at the very end when he needs to, he just gets up, no problem.
Yeah.
Like, what
and
is
he's like,
that?
game over. And has the energy to shut the sliding door.
Exactly.
He would be so frail, he'd be like trying to do it.
Also, he has cancer, so him drugging himself would have probably made the medication stay in his body longer, like affected it, or maybe like metabolized quicker. Like, you don't fucking know.
I don't
and
like.
He just drugged himself. And
It's
was like,
so funny thinking about like the planning that went into that game. Like him being like, you know, I'm gonna drug myself, and put myself on the ground, and put a bunch of blood on the ground.
Like, what? Also, there was a doctor in there. How would he not know that guy's not actually dead? Like, it makes no sense.
I mean, the movie isn't the best acted, if we're being honest.
Oh, yeah.
Leigh Whannell is... I'm sorry, Leigh Whannell. You're a fantastic writer and director, but your acting is so bad. Yeah, there's so many line deliveries, like in the beginning where he's with the cigarettes, where he's like, "Give me cancer, man!" I thought he sounded like Mark Wahlberg.
Wait, my favorite is when he sticks his hand into the toilet instead of just looking at the heart on the actual toilet.
Oh my god. And Cary Elwes, when he tries to cover up his British accent, and you could hear it just come through a few times. Oh, the acting is kind of rough in it, but at the same time, we have to think, how would we react in that situation that we would be in?
Not like that.
You don't think that would be like, "Give me your cigarettes, man! Give me cancer!"
No.
But yeah, now that we're talking about some bad things, that of course is awful. The detectives really have no place in this movie. They're the worst detectives. Like, they spent 6 hours looking at the same videotape for them to finally realize, oh, there's this symbol on the wall.
But like,
I know where this
you've
is.
seen that from the beginning, it's like a big graffiti thing.
Exactly.
Right there for you.
Like, that was stupid. Detective Singh going after Jigsaw, not looking where he's going, knowing this dude plants traps everywhere.
His death was pretty cool, though.
Oh, his death was cool. That was the coolest death of the movie.
Yeah.
And they did a good job of not showing you, like, a lot. That's the most effective part of the kill. Like, you see the blood splatter, but they don't show you the head until, like, he falls down, and you see, like, the lack of a head for, like, less than a second.
Yeah.
So they do a good job of, like, covering that up. But the detectives were so stupid.
What's the other detective's name?
Detective Tapp.
Okay.
And that's, is it Danny Glover or Donnie Glover? It's Danny Glover, I think. The actor who portrayed him.
Wait, did he get his throat sliced twice in this one, or he gets it done the second time in a different movie? Didn't it happen?
No, he dies in this one.
So he didn't get his throat slashed twice?
He does, no.
Twice, right?
Does he get his slash twice? Oh, he does get his slash twice.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the fact that he survives that.
Yeah, he survived getting his throat slit. And
Right.
doesn't he talk after he gets his slit? How? He was a terrible detective too. Like,
He spent all of his time devoted to that, like when he was in the... That's what I'm looking for.
oh no, he doesn't get slit twice. He gets shot, I think, right? Or does, like, Zepp pull out his, like, little switchblade from his jacket and just go, like, and kill him? I forget.
I don't remember.
Oh, I don't remember. I think he either gets shot or stabbed again. But he was a terrible detective.
I love how we're doing a movie review on a movie that we don't even know the answers to.
No, it's okay. Tina, how does he die? Put it on the screen.
Yeah.
There you go.
Insert Here.
That's how he dies. It's either going to say stabbing, shot, molested. I don't know what
I
happened
don't
to him.
remember.
But
We're doing great.
he's so terrible. Like, when he goes after Zepp, and they're, like, the big shootout scene. And, you know, like, when he goes to, like, save the girl because...
Yeah. But see, also, why was he in the house or in the apartment?
Yeah, like, next door. Like, that seems like kind of...
It's creepy.
Yeah. And he was, like, staring in at them. Well, because he thought it was Dr. Gordon. So that's why.
Other than the pen, was there any other evidence, though?
No.
Exactly.
Oh, and also because he lied to him about where he was, because he was going to, you know, cheat on his wife. But he didn't want the cops to know. But also, during that shootout, you know, he shoots his gun and he, like, runs out of bullets. And, you know, like, as a cop, you should know how many bullets you have. But also, the way that he reacts when he realizes that he's out of bullets, he, like, looks at the gun and goes, what the f***? Like, what? Who says that?
Makes no sense.
Yeah, but anything else you want to add about Saw?
10 out of 10. Great movie. For as much as we on it, it's so good.
There you heard it, 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So, and
why?
because I don't think it deserves a 10 out of 10.
Explain, sir.
We literally just crapped on this movie for a solid probably 10 to 15 minutes.
That doesn't mean it's a bad movie.
We do love it. It's because we love it so much that we talk so much
But
crap
see,
about
I think
it.
the issue with this movie is like, you need to watch all 7? 8?
8.
I don't count the 8 one as whatever. But like, you need to watch all of them. You can't just watch the first one, because the first one is bad. But it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the progression. Like, once you get to the end, and then you reflect on the beginning, you realize everything, you're like...
But also, it's the best one of the series.
I disagree.
Which one do you think is the best?
I don't remember which one it was. It was the one where it's like that one.
Who's one?
The Jigsaw's wife. It went like the blade.
You like the worst one?
I like the last. I guess it's the last one with the fire and like.
That one's literally the worst.
But
Saw.
it pulls everything together.
But
it's like,
it doesn't even do that.
yeah, it does. I mean, look, because like Gordon comes back. No, you know which one I really liked? The one with the doctor. That
Oh,
one one.
was it the sixth one?
Was it?
What? Wait, the healthcare guy?
Yeah, and then the
that
guy,
one's very
The
good.
guy comes in at the end and kills.
Yeah, and
him,
Roderick is
then
in
she
it.
Dies.
Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid is in the movie.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who? Okay, but as you can tell, of course, we're gonna recommend this movie.
Yes.
So-
Watch it.
Exactly. So thank you everyone for watching this review. Julio, do you want to plug anything? Is there anything you want the people to know about you? Okay. At some point, we'll probably review Saw 2 or the whole Saw series. I think we'll do it. But let's flash forward to the next review.